Now, when you talk about Nio penetrating other countries outside of China, you will know that UAE or Nio last year announced in November a penetration of MENA, Middle East and Northern of Africa, which right now in Abu Dhabi, Nio has got a store right there where people are buying the EL8, I think the EL6 and the ET5 mid sedan. The people who are in Abu Dhabi, they are able to buy that car, and I think the starting price of the ET5 mid sedan is around $56,000, whilst the price for the EL8 it's around $98,000. This is how the prices are sitting at in MENA, meaning that the cheapest is $56,000, the highest or the most expensive is the EL8 with $98,000. This is where we are sitting at now. The reason why I'm telling you or I'm reminding you about MENA or Neo penetrating the MENA region is that there is apparently a pop-up store that is currently there in Abu Dhabi, where people are seeing the EL8, the EC6 coupe, and the ET5 sedan. Oh, the ECC coupe is also there in MENA. So there is a pop-up store, and people are having an opportunity to go and view these cars right there, which hopefully people get to familiarize themselves with these cars. Neo has been offering some discount of up to $3,400 when you buy these cars, meaning that the $56,000 that you would pay, or the $54,000 that you would pay, you can pay close to $50,000 because of this discount with on your ET5 sedan, which is obviously something that is great. Now, the good thing about I think UAE is that there are quite a number of people that can afford the Neo cars. It's just that in terms of sales, we still don't know how they are doing or how they're performing, but I suppose Neo is getting some sales, especially in Abu Dhabi where they already have a store. I mean, there in Abu Dhabi also, Neo, I think early this year they opened a battery swapping station, the very first battery swapping station in Abu Dhabi. I think it's a third gen battery swapping station next to a race circuit, and yeah, we saw that opening. It was so great, and this simply means that now the people that buy the Neo cars in Abu Dhabi, they can be able to also go and enjoy swapping their batteries at a battery swapping station, which is something that is just so great. I just don't know how Neo will use the same strategy that they've been using, which is a very good one, of partnering with local distributors in terms of selling or helping them sell their cars, which is what we are seeing in some of the European countries like Greece, Cyprus, and Bulgaria, who they partnered with one partner that will be helping them selling their cars in those countries, all of them, which is obviously great. I think it's a very good strategy that Neo should be able to use to penetrate a lot of the countries all over the world. But I think they must make sure that wherever I think the countries that they are saying that they are doing well, they should have the facility, the Neo house, or at least one Neo house, depending on the demand that they see per country. I think the people should deserve to have that, which is always great, something that is always good, and will, I think, will open so many doors for Neo. The fact that they are using the distributor strategy right now or partnership to penetrate countries, I think it's good for Neo also because it saves them a lot of money to establish, to get a building where they pay rent, they pay levies, they pay rates and all that, and this saves them money because now they are just partnering with the local dealerships and therefore cutting costs on having to own a building that they pay so many bills, which is something that I think is a very good initiative. So UAE, this is what is happening. There is a pop-up store in Abu Dhabi in a mall, which is something that is very, very great. I think the mall is called Yas Mall in Abu Dhabi, and this is the largest shopping center and the UAE second biggest. So if you are closer to that a mall, Yas Mall, which is the second largest shopping center in UAE, and the largest in Abu Dhabi, please go and see Nio, man. And while you are there, take your screenshots, because I think to us that have not seen Nio as yet, this gives us the excitement, seeing someone saying that they are seeing Nio for the very first time. I think it's always something that obviously excites the investors, and seeing those that are taking photos to also having a plan to buy, it also makes us to be really excited as investors, and also content creators like myself. I mean, it's always good to talk about what some of the people outside there are saying or are having to say about Nio, man. And Nio has got a very good, strong community. If you remember very well yesterday, I also did, or on one of the videos, we're talking about the kind of a followership that Nio has from social media platforms. I think you and me can agree that if you did that homework or that studies to just go check how many users or followers that Nio have on LinkedIn, for instance, compared to Leoro Expeng Xiaomi, you and me can agree that obviously Nio is it's ahead, and Nio has got a lot of followers all over the world, which simply means that this is a company that all over the world it is expected to do very, very well, which is of course great to the investors. And because the more followers that they have, the more potential customers they have, right? I mean, if someone is to follow Nio, I mean, in my country, South Africa, I found out that there are two people on LinkedIn. It's me and this other guy in South Africa, who follows Nio on LinkedIn, right? And to know that there's someone from my country that also knows about Nio, honestly, it made me to be really, really so excited, and I was so happy to see one of my own, of course, following Nio on LinkedIn. It does not necessarily mean, or I can tell you now, it does not mean that Nio does not have a very good, strong followers in South Africa. There are a lot of people that know Nio in South Africa. I'm seeing a lot of people sending me videos about Nio or about South African other content creators, either from TikTok and other social media platforms, talking about Nio, but they are just not following Nio on LinkedIn. So it has got a lot of followers globally. It might not be on LinkedIn, it might not be on YouTube, it might not be on Facebook, but it might be on Instagram, it might be on X and other social media platforms, which is something that it's great, man. Nio has got the numbers of followers, and hopefully these numbers at the end of the day it turns to sales, it turns to Nio doing so well. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds, the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. I will see you on the next one, my dear friends. That is all from me, and God bless you all.